It was a shame to see Modi getting in bed as the leader of the biggest democracy in the world with the two biggest authoritarian dictators in the world, in Putin and Xi Jinping.
So, when Donald Trump's trade advisor Peter Navarro takes aim at India, describing it as a laundromat for the Kremlin, and questioning Prime Minister Modi's bonhomie with President Putin and Xi Jinping at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit in Tianjin, it reveals more about America's insecurity than India's choices. Let's get this straight. India is not a proxy for anyone, nor is it a nation that dances to the tune of another power. With a population of 1.4 billion, India's foremost duty is to secure affordable energy, stable trade flows, and long-term partnerships that serve its national interest. Procuring oil from Russia is not a favor to Moscow. It is a necessity for India's economy, ensuring that the average Indian family is not crushed under the weight of skyrocketing global prices. Meanwhile, the United States has been playing the role of a global bully. Washington has arbitrarily slapped 50% tariffs on Indian goods, severely impacting manufacturers, garment exporters, and small businesses who seek only fair access to the American market. Add to that a 25% penalty on India for purchasing Russian energy and weapons, and what we see is not a partnership but punishment. This is why the camaraderie between India, Russia, and China at Tianjin rattled Navarro and others in Washington. They saw three major powers representing billions of people smiling, talking, and projecting unity at a time when the West is desperate to isolate Moscow and contain Beijing. For India, this was not about getting into bed with authoritarian leaders, as Navarro simplistically puts it. This was about sending a message that India will maintain strategic autonomy, that New Delhi will not be boxed into someone else's conflict, and that multipolarity is the new reality of global politics. Navarro forgets that India has had its share of wars and tensions with China, and yet it engages Beijing diplomatically when required. He forgets that India has deep historical ties with Russia, particularly in defense and energy. India today is charting its own path, confident, self-reliant, and unwilling to compromise on its core interests. The SCO summit in Tianjin was not just about undermining the West, it was about rebalancing the global order. And if that troubles Mr. Navarro and his ilk, it is only because they are finally realizing that India is no longer the country that can be pressured or bullied.